I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me. What would you do if I told you you were beautiful? Would you date me on the regular? I'm starting to agree with that. And so I'm just, seeing how much of this semester is kind of requiring more of my time and more of my attention than last semester. So I feel like I've been slowly entering a I just have to do me phase, and that's even with friends. And I am starting to feel a little bad and like I'm not, dedicating enough time to my friendships. I go through a lot, and I'm not trying to make that into an excuse or anything. I'm just saying I think I'm entering a space where I just have to be a little selfish right now. And when I say be a little selfish is I just really have to focus on me and my studying right now. I hate to feel like a bad friend, but hopefully my friends can understand that. I let them know that I have an exam and I have 2 board exams next week. It's not that I don't want to hang out, it's just even after the weekday I'm exhausted, and so when the weekend hits, the last thing that I want to do is actually get out of bed and do something. I just want to chill, catch up on my TV shows, and I don't want to, just want to enjoy not doing anything. However, like I said, I'm starting to feel like I'm being a bad friend. Literally my text game has been awful too. I'm studying and I'll get so wrapped up in it. I'll be like, I'm gonna text that person back and I don't. So, but I meant to tell you guys about, I'm sorry, sometimes I think I have ADHD, the way that I just get so sidetracked in conversations. Yeah, so the guy that I met, he cooked me dinner and that was cute or whatever. I just think with him, okay, first of all, he's an Aries, and then that will be my 3rd Aries guy, and I am 1010% that I cannot be with an Aries man. I had a guy who did me really wrong, which I can make a story time for another video. Back in my junior year of college, and he was an Aries, and you guys, I had never been so hurt before by a man like that. And so the guy, that Mustang guy who I started dating back over the summer, he was an Aries too. He was an April Aries as well. Both of those guys were April Aries. And I remember when he told me when his birthday was, and I was just like, yikes, I'm an Aries too. I've already had to deal with an Aries man. Can I really do this again? And he was acting very good those first couple of months. So I was like, okay, maybe that one was just, I don't know, he was just a peculiar one or whatever. No, then Mr. Mustang guy started acting weird. So then when this new guy told me that he was also an April Aries, I was like, oh shit, you should really just delete my number, actually.
I could take down your credit card number, sir. Let me get that.
Somebody told me, after the second time, what did they tell me? After the first time, it's a mistake. After the second time, it's a habit. Something like that. If you're an April man, just leave me alone. Other than that, I feel like he's just kind of a little bit immature for me. I really like older guys. I'm attracted to older guys. I'm attracted to guys who have stable jobs and a really solid grasp of who they are and where they want their career to go to. I'm attracted to someone who has income right now, who's not being, with their mom or has their own place. And I'm not trying to I understand everybody is on, let me wait for my toilet. Dang, toilet, calm down. My toilet okay? And I definitely understand that everyone has a different, path and life plan, and he did just graduate literally back in December, which is fine. That's just not what I need right now. And I don't think he's understanding. And my thing is too, I'm no longer interested in the college stuff, just chilling with one person, seeing where it goes. I'm in a phase where I want a relationship, and I want someone who
who can, you know, you don't have to provide everything for me, but I'm going through a lot right now. And I'm not trying to say everything has to be about me, but I mean, if you're in business and if I'm in medical school, I think that I probably have more at stake than your corporate job, like just in terms of who will have a lot more to offer in the end of the relationship. I definitely will. And that's on no cocky like shit or whatever. That's simply based on the average income of a physician in America. And so the guy that I just met, he just graduated. He doesn't have a job. He keeps basically, I was like, well, if you want to see me again, because he really was lucky that I agreed that he could cook dinner for me, because to me, that's not even really a date. And I told him that. I told him that's not even a date. And I'm a broke medical student. I was going to take free food regardless. However, cooking for a female the first time is not a date. I told him if he wanted to see me again, because he obviously came over to my place because he doesn't have his own place. So he cooked dinner at my place. And like I said, I told him that's not a date, and if you want to see me again, you can take me out on a date. And he's just like, why does it have to be like that? Because what do you think this is? My house is not, my apartment is not some place for you to get away because you're living at home with your parents and your siblings. Absolutely not. You only came because you cooked dinner for a fake date. So if you want to come over again, well, not even, like, you're not coming over again. That's just not even the order of how you do things. So you can take me on a date during daylight if you want to see me. Like, trying to come over when it's, my eye is already watering. Trying to come over and it's like 11 o'clock. Find someone else to play with because I'm going to sleep. I've had a long ass day and you think you're gonna come over and I'm gonna entertain you in X, Y, and Z. No, not that girl. So, just why did my eye do this? So yeah, and he keeps telling me, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna take you out when I get my money up. Okay, whatever that means. But I really think he tries to play games with me, and that's just another turnoff. It's showing me how young this boy is. Like, he'll just text me just like random stuff. Like when I told him, you know, you'll see me again, you take, like, whenever you take me out. He goes, oh, so you don't want to see me? Why can't I come over? Like, you don't want to see me? You're putting words in my mouth, and I'm not gonna tell you that I want to see you because I don't even know you. You know what I mean? Like, I've only met you twice now. What do you mean? No, I really don't care to see you right now. It's not like you're offering me anything that I can't offer myself. And I'm gonna fix this. I have to let my eyes dry. You know what I mean? And so then, like, he'll just say random stuff. Like, just, he wants me to say specific things, but I don't even feed into that game because I'm too old for that. And that's another thing. I think I'm like 2 years older than him. I wouldn't even do that to myself. I think I'm a year older than him. But yeah, and so I went to New Orleans. I'm like, you clearly have money. I'm not saying you gotta take me to like fucking Hawaii or something. Like, you can take me out to a nice dinner. Not just, if you have money to buy groceries, like, we can go to a dinner. You could spend $20 more. Like, you know, I'll text him back periodically, but right now I'm not interested in that because he's just giving little boy behavior. Like, he'll even just send me little like pictures of him at the gym. What am I supposed to do with this? Like, it's 3 o'clock. I don't give a fuck. Okay, like, once again, he does that because he wants me to say something like, oh, you look really good, like, yum, like, no. No. And that's just like that immature stuff where I'm just like, that's where it's a turn off. And I don't understand why he doesn't get that. Like, you're dealing with someone who's a little bit grown, who has life, like literal life things going on, and you're acting like a silly little boy. Literally, if you were really that into me, you would say, okay, are you free Friday night, Saturday night? Let's go on a date. I live in Atlanta. There's so many different places here where you don't have to spend $70, $80 for a date. Like, I'm not saying you have to do that, but if you can make effort, like, we could literally just do a candle class or a pottery class. We could literally just do that and that would be fine. That's just showing a little bit of effort. But you keep complaining to me how you don't have money and you were just in New Orleans. So you're gonna wait till you get your money up. Okay, well, whenever you get your money up, like, I hope we go on a helicopter plane ride around the city or something. Like, I know that I'm not asking for too much, so it's just like, no thanks. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I just uploaded a video about me failing my first OS2 exam, but good news, I passed my second exam. It was actually like one of my second highest scoring exams as well for me on like the multiple choice section. So I was pretty proud of myself with that. I studied really hard and just kind of switched up some things for me to perform well. So I am now passing OS2 again. I need to like knock on wood. So it's Sunday now and I have 2 mini board exams this upcoming week. So I have a physiology mini board exam on Tuesday and then I have a histology mini board exam on Friday. I've had since Friday because my exam was on Friday. My endocrine and repro exam was on Friday. So I've had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to prepare for the physiology mini board. And honestly, I am kind of nervous for it because there's so much going on in physiology and we've been learning it since last semester. So it's kind of like, it's kind of scary to have to remember all of that, but you know, I'm trying. If you fail one of the mini boards, you can retake them too. Obviously, you don't want to fail the mini board the first time. You don't want to fail it at all. But you know, you never know what can happen and how the questions can be and what you might have thought you should have prepared for that you didn't. But obviously my goal is to not fail the first time. So yeah, I've been doing practice questions all weekend. I've kind of been preparing for it like throughout the month too. Like I would dedicate doing 20 or so questions a day as well. However, when it got closer to my actual OS2 exam, I wasn't really preparing for mini board that much because I had to spend more of my time, you know, preparing for my exam so I could pass that. I would say right now I'm not feeling too bad about the mini board just because I think that I'm kind of understanding what some of my test taking problems are. I'm trying to really practice more when I'm doing my practice questions with kind of taking them under a test like setting in terms of, okay, like I really need to make sure that I'm practicing reading every word for word because sometimes my brain just works really fast and I like skip over certain words and questions just because I'm reading too fast. And I feel like I know what's going on, but I didn't really read every word for word. Like, I'll be thinking, oh, it says aldosterone, so I need to obviously, cortex, that's where aldosterone is, but it's like saying no, what stimulates the secretion. And I'm like, oh, that's where I went wrong. I'm trying to figure out the mechanism of action, not location of secretion. So I'm really trying to do that more and like really really go through my process of elimination. I think that's really one of my struggles is test taking skills. Like I don't think sometimes it's the concept, sometimes it's the skills. I will put down answers that I literally know that wasn't correct, and it's like, okay, if I had gone through each choice one by one, like read it once and then go through it again and really knock out which ones don't make any sense, I could have probably scored higher. So I've really been utilizing that, and I feel like with some of the like practice questions that I'm doing, I'm not doing too terribly. And that makes me feel a lot better because these exams are also curved. So I feel like if I'm already scoring within a 60-70%, then, you know, I'm okay. Now, of course, I would love to score 70 to 80%, but also realistically, with all of these practice questions and stuff, we haven't gone through every single thing because like we haven't done path. So in terms of like medication and abnormalities and stuff like that, like we're not expected to know. And like I said, like some stuff we haven't really hit yet or hasn't been emphasized yet. So that's why I'm saying if I'm scoring a 60 to 70% without even really having the foundational knowledge of some of the concepts, then I feel like with the added curve and stuff, I should be okay. So like I just did like 85 questions and I scored like a 60%, okay, with the standardized curve. I think that will be at least, I scored like a 62, 63. So I know with like the curve, I should probably be in the passing range because the passing is a 70 and I gotta standardize it. So, and then yesterday I did hella practice questions too. My strategy for these exams were to go through the content that were going to be the most yield. So that's cardiovascular, respiratory, and renal and GI. So basically I was doing like 40-50 practice questions from each organs yesterday, just to kind of help stimulate my memory and learn some. And then yeah, that's to stress out too much about the exam, because I feel like there's really only so much that I can do, especially in a short amount of time. So that's why I'm really trying to sure that I'm, you know, practicing with those. I'm sorry, like I can't see the blush in this camera. After my mini board exam, we start the neuro unit, and I've heard that neuro is very hard and awful. So I'm not sure if I'm too excited about that. However, I think that I'm most excited for spring break. Spring break is, I think we have an exam right before spring break. I'm not too sure. But if this looks weird on camera, just know I tried to fix it and my eye is just super watery. Spring break is, when is it? Spring break is on the week of like March 17th. My class and I were going to Cancun, Mexico. We're going to an all-inclusive resort, and some people are staying like the whole week. I knew that I did not want to do that, just because I feel like after 3 or 4 days, like I'm good, I want to go home. And I do want to enjoy some of my break as well, like just enjoy it at home, catching up, just doing nothing. So yeah, I'm only going from, I believe, Monday through Thursday, and we're done with classes and like with our exam on the Friday before. So I'll have like Saturday and Sunday to pack, leave on Monday in Cancun till Thursday, come back Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, school again. So I'm really excited. I'm not sure what the head count is, but I'm rooming with my friend Robin. That will be exciting. I love all-inclusive hotels as well, because who doesn't like unlimited liquor? Like, I'm sorry, YouTube, how old am I? I'm 22 actually. I'm excited. Tequila shots the whole time. If anybody ever mentions school or student council, I'm gonna tell them you gotta take a shot. I wanna hear student council or school. Okay, so I guess I did have some tea to tell you guys. Into the summer program. That's pretty exciting. They say that your first year is like your last free year, especially the summertime, like that's your last summer break. So I was definitely kind of like sad, I'm not gonna lie, with the prospects of having to do a summer program. Like dang, I want to have a summer, but it's just delayed gratification. It'll all be worth it when, you know, I have my degree and a practice where I can have weekends off and I can take vacation. So yeah, I'm not gonna like say where my program is. You guys will just have to find out in the summer when it's time to go. But I will say that luckily my program is only 4 weeks, and I'm so excited about that, because a lot of programs are 8 weeks. And just imagine your summer you're working. And I know that's very typical for most people and most adults. You have to work during the summer. It's only when you're in school, like in college and all the other schools, where you get a summer break. So saying that, I know sounds silly, because that's how the real world works. But who said like I was ready for real world stuff like that? I want my summer break. So a lot of programs that were offered, they're 8 weeks. And I remember I was like, wow, 8 weeks? And they're not in Georgia. Like, you know, you could go anywhere if you want. Apply to any program that you want. You're gonna be there for 8 weeks. So that too is just like, dang, 8 weeks in a whole other state? Like, how do I make friends? What will I do on the weekends? Like, who's there? That would be so much anxiety, but I'm not even gonna think about it, because if I think about it, I'm gonna freak out and I don't know, just cry. So yeah. I applied to a couple though. I did that during my winter break, and then I did it earlier in January, because a lot of them were kind of due in January. This is the worst mascara ever, but this is the only mascara that I have, but it's still like the worst mascara ever. And I'm sorry my mom got me this, but I'm definitely a L'Oreal mascara girl. I just haven't been to Ulta. This is the worst mascara ever, for sure. But you know, I'm still thankful, and my program is really cool because it comes with a stipend. I think it's either $3,000 or $4,000 for the stipend. They cover housing, they cover transportation, and I think they cover food. So and it's 4 weeks. So I will be gone from June to early July. It means I'll still have the whole July, enjoy my break and to be home and see my friends and family. And then I'll also have August, because for second years at my school, the curriculum doesn't start until like mid-August as well. So it's kind of like having the best of both worlds really with the program. So I'm not too upset about it. And it's also with derm. So if you don't know, I am pretty interested in dermatology, especially like cosmetic dermatology too. That program is for dermatology research, and it's great because at the end of the day, this kind of stuff is going to help me in the future when I'm applying for residency and just help me what I want to do in the end in medicine. I feel like there's a lot of pros to derm too, which is why I'm very interested in it. And I also just feel like it's pretty interesting, and I like histology, but definitely being in a field where I mean the hospital 25/8, and I think cosmetic dermatology like will suit me so well just on who I am and like my passion for good skin and like makeup and, you know, helping people feel good about themselves, especially if I want to stay in a big city. I think I've mentioned this before, but like I wouldn't mind moving anywhere to residency. Like I would love to move out more on the coast, like New York or California or Texas for that time being. I definitely want to raise my family here in Georgia, but I wouldn't mind like experimenting other places to live in. But yeah, definitely staying in a big city too. Dermatology will just be like a really great field to get into. Like these girls, these women, especially out in LA, don't let me move to LA. I'm sorry, like this stuff just feels so good on my face. I have to spray a lot. So yeah, that's really exciting. I will say I did apply to one program and I really wanted to go there, you guys. Really wanted to go there. There's a program that my school collaborates with Stanford, and I wanted to get in so bad, you guys. Like I worked on my application for Stanford for so long and so hard. I really, you know, thought that I had got really good letter of recommenders for my recommendation. And excuse my hair, it's definitely been a while since I've done it, and I went to the gym yesterday, so we're gonna have to like straighten her out a little bit. I might look crazy, but yeah. So first of all, I found out I was waitlisted, and the way that they like said I was waitlisted, it was very confusing because they made it seem like something happened. Like, no, these fell out. They made it seem like something happened for real. They were like, we will let you know if something happened on our end. We will let you know soon about your application decision. So I was like, oh, did like somebody hack their computer or something? Like, happened? No, it's just they already sent out who got in. Just waitlisted, and I was like, okay, well, I've never heard I was waitlisted like that before. Typically they just tell you that you're waitlisted. So like the whole weekend, like 2 weekends ago when the first round of decisions came out, I was just periodically checking. Wow, my hair looks stupid because this side did not curl. I was just periodically checking my phone because I was like, I even sent it to my mom. I was like, what does this mean? Then when I went to school and I was talking to people, like some of my friends got into the program, big congrats to them. But I remember I was just like, so why didn't they just like say very simply, you've been waitlisted? Like, it's okay to say Stanford. So yeah, second round of decisions were supposed to, they came out, not even supposed to, it said on their little presentation that second round of decisions, you know, came out last Friday, and I never got notified of anything. So I am guessing that I didn't get in. It's also fine, and I had applied, I look so crazy, you guys, I'm sorry. Just like give me 15 minutes and my hair will be sorted out. I had applied for this program for dermatology and anesthesiology. So I also wonder too if it was just dependent on how many slots there were available. Because I think with like derm, there were only 3 slots available. And like with anesthesiology, there was only 2. Like it was small numbers. And with this program, like other schools, it's in partnership with other schools. So it's not just, you know, for my school. Students from other schools are also applying for those slots. So it's like if you had multiple people interested in derm, but there were only 3 slots available, then I guess there's only so much that can be done. You know, I'm just thankful that I did get into one. I did have an interview for another program. Was it last weekend or the weekend before? It might have been the weekend before last weekend. Like 2 weeks ago, I had another interview. And this one, that interview was also for derm. Yeah, that interview was also for derm. And I thought that I look insane. I thought the interview went really well, actually. I really hope that I get into that program. They said that we wouldn't find out. My eye is watering again, just why? They said that we wouldn't find out till like late February, so hopefully we either hear something this week or next week. However, with that program, they could place you wherever in the United States, but I think that kind of makes it a little fun, because it's like, if I get into it, I have no idea where I could be going. They did say, I did like have that as my question for the interview, like, oh, how does placement work? Like I didn't see anything on the website about it. You know, I was just curious, but you know, I will definitely go to wherever. They said they just like place you with a mentor who they feel like will be, you know, best suited and X, Y, and Z. So they basically literally hand pick students and who the mentors will be. So I low-key just want to go ahead and straighten my hair because I feel like not curling just ever, and now my eyes are just tearing up really bad again. I started taking my allergy medication, and I was thinking, were those the only ones that I applied to? Yeah, I think those were the only summer programs that I had applied to. So like I said, I'm very thankful that I already got into one, because it kind of takes the stress off of the rest of the semester, off of my shoulders. Kind of have something guaranteed for the summer, guaranteed, you know, to definitely help me with my end career goal in dermatology. Definitely going to be something that can help me make connections, work with people. Although I was really like hurt and sad about Stanford, because I do watch this one girl on TikTok, and I think she's doing her psychiatry residency at Stanford, and I was like, wow, that does not look like a bad place to do your residency. So also with these programs, like they're an opportunity for you to kind of get your foot in the door for where you would want to go for residency. So that's why it's also kind of important for where you could go to, because it's like, you know, you're getting to know the faculty and staff there, which will be later useful for applying to residency, and meeting letter of recommenders as well. So, but you know, I just wasn't meant to spend 8 weeks in California, which is fine, because I've heard that cost of living is extremely high up there anyways. So God probably already knew what was gonna be best for me and was like, you know what, Piper? You will lose your mind being up there and paying that much money up there. I'm not gonna let you be up there for 8 weeks. And that's what he did. Last update is winter formal is on Friday, which is so annoying, because why would they have it the day after our mini board exam? Like, how are we supposed to have time to get ready? Like, if you're a girl, you're gonna have the time to get your hair done before the formal, because probably won't be done with our exam till around 2 o'clock. So I just thought that was just kind of rude. But I did ask someone to be my date. I'm not even gonna talk about it, because I'm still like, I still have PTSD from Halloween. Yeah, I definitely still have PTSD from Halloween. And if you don't know what happened to me Halloween, you can watch my Halloween video here. But yeah, I still have PTSD from Halloween, and I'm just not even gonna talk about it. But it's on Friday, and so I should be filming a get ready with me for it. My dress should be here tomorrow. My dumb self accidentally ordered my dress twice, so when I checked my credit card statement, I was like, where did this $300 come from? It came from my fucking dress. I ordered it twice, and I did indeed order it twice. Yeah, my birthday's next month and I'm trying to figure out what I should do for my birthday. Like, should I leave a comment down below what I should do for my birthday. Should I make plans and schedule like a winery, like go to a winery for my birthday? Or should I get a section at the club? Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I was kind of thinking of doing all of the above, but then just knowing me and knowing my friends, like I don't know if I'll be able to keep going if I do that, get drunk at every single event. So it's like I could do the club Friday night, because I think my birthday's on a Friday too, so that could be fun. Club Friday night, and then we could do a brunch on Saturday or Sunday, probably Saturday, or we could do the winery on Saturday. Incorporate from the no, I kind of want to do all of it because I do want to incorporate my friends for my birthday, because a lot of them have incorporated me for their birthdays this year. So I feel like if I do the brunch, then, you know, my school friends can come, and then if I do the winery or the club, I can celebrate with my line sisters. So that's just where it just gets kind of like nitty gritty. Like, what do I do? I need to figure out. If you know me, I love a good club, I love a good section, and I know a party promoter too. So I might not even have to be able to pay for anything for it. So I have great times at bottomless brunches as well. I love me a good bottomless brunch, and there's a place right on my street that I went to for one of my line sisters' birthday, and your girl was sick. Like, I got back and I was like, I was not supposed to get that drunk because I have to study, but we'll see. I'm probably gonna put a poll too, but comment down what I should do for my birthday. Hey guys, and this is the final look. I just basic Fashion Nova top, and no, this might be Shein actually. Basic Shein top and some jeans. So yeah, I'm so excited to eat. I haven't eaten today. So I really enjoyed catching up with you all today, and I hope you guys like this video. And if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe. Give me some video ideas because I'm kind of at like a stump of what my audience wants to see. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.